So I'm going to go ahead and open up the 1950s trivia. And you may want to view this in the browser. This is one that I gave you, so you are not familiar with the content. And let me pull this over. So we're going to be styling this to make it look better. And let's come back over here. So we're going to be working with inline styles and an internal style sheet to give you a little bit more practice. And the first thing we're going to style is the HR tags. Now these tags create these lines. Horizontal rule creates these lines across your page. So in our HR, we're just going to add style equals. Going to apply a background color to the line itself. And we're going to increase the height of the line, and that'll allow us to actually see the color that we're applying. Now we're going to do this same style to the other HR. So I'm just going to Control-C copy, Control-V paste. And then for our heading, we're going to change the color of the text to dark goldenrod. So we're going to do an internal style here. And this is going to be on the color of the text. And it's going to be dark goldenrod. Okay, and you'll notice with the internal styles, you have to use the style attribute equals, and then inside your double quotes, that's where you have your style rule and your value located. And at this point, why don't we save? We'll take a look here. And let's reload. So we've just changed the top part, but it looks a whole lot better. So we're going to continue working through this and making some changes. We are going to be pulling in a Google font. And what I'm going to do is add the Google font link. And that link needs to go between the opening and closing head section. And I'm just going to copy and paste this. And it doesn't really matter where in here you put it, as long as you have it between the opening and closing head. And now I'm going to apply that Google font to the header and the footer. Okay, and the name of the font is Caution Script. Okay, that is the name of the font. And let's see, my header, I'm going to go ahead and add an inline style. Hopefully I'm spelling Caution Script correctly, and that's more than one word with space, so it does have to be in single quotes. Then in case there is a problem with the Google font, I'm going to also give it a generic here of cursive. And that's a single word, so I don't have to worry about putting it in quotes. I'm going to do one more change to the text. I would like it in uppercase. So I'm going to use text transform. And I'm changing it to uppercase. And if you see this list, you can certainly select from the list. Okay, so I've got my font family, Caution Script, which is in single quotes. That is the Google font. And if there's a problem with that, I'm using generic cursive. And then I'm applying this text transform property and using the value uppercase. And then all of this is in double quotes. And we're using the style attribute for this. And we're going to do something similar to the footer. So I'm going to copy the first part of this through cursive. And I'm going to come down here to the footer. And I'm going to paste. And then I just need to insert the double quote at the end. Now, if it does 2 double quotes, get rid of 1. And sometimes when it tries to be helpful, it's not really helpful. So at this point, let's save this and reload our page. Immediately, you should notice a little different font up here in our heading and down here in the footer, because that is what we changed. The next changes we're going to make are going to affect all of the links. Right now, it's using the default link color, and we are going to style the link so it does not use that default color. And so this little internal style sheet that we have up here is what I'm going to be changing. And let's see. So I have to do link first. The order that you do these is important. And I'm going to make the color of the link dark green. And I do want it underlined. So I'm going to say text decoration, underline. Now, if you don't want an underline, you can set text decoration to none. It does not have to display underlined. And visited is going to be similar. So I'm just going to copy this and paste it down here. In fact, I'm going to paste it a couple more times because there's 4 link states that we need to style. And so we have link, we have a:visited, a:hover, and a:active. And remember, the A stands for the anchor element. And these are the different link states that we are styling. And this is the order that you want to put them in. So for a visited link, so if they've clicked a link and they've come back to our page, it's a visited link, and we're going to display it in dark goldenrod. And underlined is fine. If they're just pointing at a link and they are hovering, we are going to change the color of the text to white. Whoop. And then we're going to change the background color to dark green. And this is one that we do not want underlining on. So we're going to change the text decoration to none. So this is when they're just pointing at the link. Now, if they click the link while they are clicking, it is active. And we are going to change the font color to yellow. And displaying that in underlined is fine. So let's save this and take a look at our page. I'm going to reload. And you can see that's the hover. Okay, you can see I'm pressing. I haven't released the mouse button, but that is active. Okay, and then I come back, and now it is displaying visited. Okay, so this is link, hover, active. And then if we come back, what you're seeing is visited. And you probably noticed that Top 50 Rock Songs does go to your rock page. And this should go to your assignment page. And so it is important that you kind of take a look And if you have been matching how I have set up the files and the folders and how I've named the files and folders, this is not going to be a problem. These will work for you. This is assuming, if you think about where we're in the lesson 4 folder. So to get to assignments, it's going to go up a level. Right, we're in lesson 4 right here. So to get to assignments, it's got to go up a level, and then it can open assignments. So that link will work in my structure. If you named assignments differently or you put it somewhere else, you're going to have to adjust the link. Likewise, we are linking to Top Rock, the 1950s. So there is a 1950s ID set in that file from the previous week. And because Top Rock is in the same folder as trivia, all we have to do is say toprock.html, pound or hashtag 1950. That gets us to that exact location. And as long as all of your links work, then you are good and you can save any changes you make.